Welcome to the Birmingham Tech Guy informational video. Today we will be discussing a free service provided by the Birmingham Tech Guy to all of our family members. The purpose for this service is for us to have secure channels for events, family reunions, funerals, any type of update that will enhance our communications as a family. If you have any questions, you can feel free to contact me at 205-910-9665, or my email address is lavelle@bhamtechguy.com. Let's dive right in. The first feature we will discuss is the user logon experience. You should have your first name and the last four digits of your cell phone as your ID. Let's start. So the first thing we want to do is start a browser session. Let's start off with Microsoft Edge. It seems to be the more common one that most people are using these days. So the web address is bhamtechguy.quickconnect.to. Press enter. You click off of that C2 cloud storage option. All right. I'm going to press cancel there. It's going to open up to the Birmingham Tech Guy web page here. You're going to use, for the sake of this demonstration, we're going to use demo user 0000. The default password for every user will be Alabama 205 explanation or shift 1. It's going to prompt you for a new password. Now, this next feature is for an added extra layer of security, in which you can just go ahead and skip here, in which it's going to ask you to download the Synology Secure app on your cell phone, almost like how your bank does when it wants to multi-factor authenticate you, make sure that you're who you say you are. So we're going to go ahead and start with demo user, and we're going to put in the password that we just changed. It's going to prompt you for the MFA security prompts. So we're going to press start here. And at this point, you need to get out your cell phone and download the Synology Secure app. For the security option, you're going to choose verification code. Click next. Two-factor authentication requires you to enter your password along with a verification code when signing on to Synology. We're going ahead and click next. You should have your phone and also the app installed. If you don't have it, here are the links to get it. You can scan the QR code from either the iOS store or the Google Play Store. That's the code to scan. Once you have downloaded the app, you're going to scan the application with your phone. I'm doing it right now. And you should get the option to secure sign on. Okay. So now that you should see a OTP plus sign and an hourglass sign there. You're going to click the plus sign. you're going to scan that code again. What it's going to do is going to add your username into the pool of multiple numbers that pop up. Okay, so in this case, the 6-digit code is asking for me is 947337. This countdown, I think it's 1 minute. If you don't enter it in after a minute, it gives you another series of numbers. Okay, the backup email here is going to verify that your email address is correct. For this demonstration, my backup email could not be authenticated because it's a dummy email address. So you got to have the correct email address when we sign you in. Once you're in, and also that backup email address is for when you forget your password, it's going to email your backup email to recover your password. So now that we are actually into the Synology system with your username and password. Now, if you notice, this is my desktop. This is the desktop feature of the Synology. If I wanted to click on all of the apps, so it says main menu, you want to click here. And this is going to give you all of the default applications that you'll be using. The Synology calendar, it's a general calendar where it's kind of like Outlook or Gmail or any of the other popular calendars. You can actually set notifications, what have you. And hopefully we can set up a family calendar when we can set up things where everybody can be notified of what's going on as far as family business. There'll be multiple calendars. There's multiple families in here, so we'll kind of finagle that and kind of see who's going to be a part of what and who has access to which calendar. Okay, so don't worry about that. So the Synology chat, however, that is another feature that we're going to go over in another video. It's going to talk about basically chat services. If you want to chat in a group text and you want to display pictures, you want to do, a lot of multifunctional things that families do, play games, so on and so forth. You can actually do it within this system. So the Cloud Sync application, this is where you can ensure that your Apple, your Gmail, your AOL mail, or whatever files that you're trying to sync, and you don't want to make sure that you don't lose them, photos. We will talk about security and all that kind of stuff later on, but you're completely secure within this system. So you can actually synchronize your files. If a file is deleted, you can actually go back and retrieve it here. So the Synology Sync, Synology Contacts, so it will have a directory of all family members in here to make contact to correspond with either Synology Chat, Synology Calendar, or even share files and folders here on the Synology Drive, and also photos as well. So it's this Plex Media Server. This is a feature that I'm going to be posting movies up on here, where you can download movies, watch movies, things of that nature if you like. The Synology Drive, this is probably the main feature or the main area that most family members or users will spend their time in. So here we can actually set up a lot of file sharing and collaboration amongst family members. So if I wanted to start a Word document, for example, I can actually share it amongst the group. Anything that's going on as far as, I'm not sure what we would want to do, like any type of PowerPoint or Excel or anything like that. You can actually share those features with any family member of your choosing. You can also utilize or take advantage of the AI assistant. It can actually help you create documents, create spreadsheets, create PowerPoint presentations, so on and so forth with the Synology AI assistant. Be similar to ChatGPT or Copilot or any of the other popular AI assisted programs. You can actually utilize that to create documents and so on and so forth. So there's everyone has their own drive. Okay, it is secured. You can actually, and you can access this from any web browser. It's completely secure. All right. So I am going to maneuver over here and talk about photos for just a second. So the Synology Photos is where you can download the app. If you don't download the app, it will not sync with your phone. But what I have done is with my personal phone is I recently had my phone got wet, right? And when it was wet, guess what happened? I lost a lot of photos. Well, now I have it set up to my cell phone, so every time I take a picture or photo or whatever, it automatically synchronizes back to a particular folder that can only be accessed by me. So if you're wondering if you want to go back and if you lose the cell phone or lose your phone or whatever, you can always have your stuff automatically backed up on the family photo drive. All right, I think I've covered most of this. We're going to go into more detail on how to use some of this stuff, but my main purpose for having this session was to show you how to log on, to change your password, and kind of go over some of the general features of the application. So whenever you're finished, you can always come up here to the sign here and sign out, and you're done.